Now, people are going to be prosecuted because they are exercising their constitutional rights.
No, you are getting it wrong.
The question is that, are they aware? Will any citizen be prosecuted for an offense he or she is not aware of? And that's why we're asking, where is the court order? How many you went to court ex parte to get the court order, but you never made it available to Nigerians.
They were arrested, not for carrying out their lawful duties, but for contravening a valid court order.
A court order that was not made available to the public.
The court order is there. And in our statement on Saturday, we mentioned the courts, we mentioned the judge, we mentioned the court order number, we mentioned everything. We were so plain, we made it clear, and we also warned that anybody that contravened that court order would be arrested. We made it clear.
So, is the police aware of a possible optics of what happened today? Whether or not the police is on the side of the people or on the side against the people? Is police aware and managing these optics?
Well, I don't think it's as bad as you make it look.
If you I make it look?
No, as you're painting. I don't think it's as bad as you are painting. A couple of, in fact, do you know, this happened in Abuja, and one man carried a placard in Lagos, and a few people in Abia State, and that's all, no other states. So these people came out, and we tried our best. We managed the situation. I think we.
This is one channel. When I listen to this police spokesman, and I know what they call him. You understand? He said that a court order was given to them, to stop the protest, the peaceful protest. Can you imagine? When I see this one is top of math. You understand? He also said that Nnamdi Kanu brother, he say they will be charged to court, and his lawyer. For what? For which offense? Well, it is where I'm like, you take this one talk. After watching him to share, I don't want to sugar boy.
Is it just there's
a valid court order from Federal High Court in Abuja, and that is what we enforced today. It came out on Friday.
So, on what grounds did the police want those specific areas to be isolated from the protesters?
You see, FCT is very big. You can protest anywhere, and your voices will still be heard. It will still be reported by the press. And these are critical infrastructure that need to be protected. And don't forget that these are places where protests have happened in the past, and things were destroyed. We have records of that. So it's our duty as an agency, it's our mandate to protect life and property, to ensure law and order. So whatever step we need to take to achieve that mandate is what we'll take. All lawful steps. And that was what we did. So we took that step in order to protect the critical infrastructure in those areas.
Is it about critical infrastructure or about protecting the powerful against the average person? Because the average person that went on the street today, these places that you are mentioning, the National Assembly, the Asoro Villa, all of these are places where you find the powerful and the mighty in Nigeria. Is that what you are protecting?
Definitely not. Like I said, no matter where you protest, your voices will be heard. In fact, this is the age of internet and ICT. People will always make videos and stream and make their voices heard. So it's not about that. There was a group that protested along this route some years back, and it was anarchy, it was chaos. In fact, I remember that the ambulance that was there was burnt down. So we've seen this before, and we need to learn from incidents that have happened in the past. So we would not allow this to happen, especially when we see the red flags, when we get the intelligence that such a thing is going to happen. We are duty bound to take every preemptive step to make sure it doesn't happen.
So what intelligence did the police have to suggest that this one was going to escalate to the point that it's going to put the lives of the president living in the presidential villa, the lives of the lawmakers in jeopardy, or any properties in jeopardy?
Thank you very much. We might not be able to go into details of the intelligence, but it's enough to say that everything we did was in good faith to protect Nigerians and protect the city. So we're saying it again that we approached the court listened to us and graciously granted.
Are you able to make available this court order so that Nigerians can be able to see the content of what the court is restricting these protesters who are unarmed? By the way, there are allegations that you fire live ammunition. What did they do to live ammunition? Did you want to kill them, or what exactly was the
Number one, the court order is not it's not a classified document. It's readily available.
Or the copy that you have. You were the one who went to court.
Yes, I can make a copy available. You can also just
you did that in ex parte. That means that you appear before the court in exclusively to before the police and the court.
Yes, and it is clearly stated in that same order that the other party should appear this morning 9 a.m. in court. It was clearly stated as just for in the spirit of fair play. Now, talking about live ammunition, I can state it categorically, authoritatively, that no live ammunition was fired today. Not a single live ammunition. It's very easy for people who are not familiar with the sounds to mistake the firing of tear gas for live ammunition. It makes the same popping sound, the explosion-like sound, but I can say it on good authority that no live ammunition was fired.
Are you sure that all of your police officers, because there are evidence and pellets that have been picked, and I guess after some time, those will be made available, that the live ammunitions and the pellets of us, the police were said to have been these demonstrators who are unarmed?
Well, if you talk about tear gas canisters being picked on the floor, yes, I would agree. But I'm yet to see shots. But I'm also confirming again that there was no live ammunition.
Gas fired at the protesters. Why?
Oh, thank you very much. The court order stated it clearly that the protesters should not go anywhere around the areas I mentioned earlier. And these protesters made an approach. They wanted to go to these areas. And like I said, as a law enforcement agency, on Saturday, we made it clear that we're going to enforce this court order. We gave enough warning for these people to court order. We gave enough warning for these people to step back and not go beyond where they were, but they were adamant and they were going to approach these areas. And we just conformed to standard operating procedures. And we decided to use, in conformity with our SOP, to use minimal force that is commensurate with the resistance we are getting. And we used tear gas. That was the least that we could do. Nobody was harmed or injured, and we're able to successfully achieve our mandate and disperse the protesters.
Because this is what Shore and some of the protesters claim. They say, quote, suddenly from nowhere, they started shooting at us, tear gas, and some live bullets were fired. Luckily, I don't think anybody was hit with the live bullets, but they were just shooting all around. Why were the sporadic shooting? Because I imagine that there are very trained police officers who are trained on how to disarm or disperse people or stop people from encroaching into areas. If you said that you have court order, a valid court order restraining people from moving an area, because it then make the police look like an insensitive, a very military-like civil organization that's supposed to protect the citizen from harm.
Do not forget that first, there was a court order saying people should not go there. Secondly, we issued a statement explaining...
Is tear gas the best way to disperse people? You know the health danger of a tear gas on the average person?
I'll tell you this. Before tear gas is shot or fired, the people, the protesters in this particular case, were warned, were told to disperse. You cannot go beyond that point. And do not forget that their protests and their insistence on approaching these areas actually caused traffic gridlock.
It was the police who caused the traffic.
No.
Your men, apologies please, your men barricaded the part of...
You're going to say barricade, yes.
Yeah, you barricaded, you stop people from moving freely.
You were going to say...
That stopped people from business, citizens who are going about their daily business. From yesterday night, that's what been happening. We monitored and we saw. You barricaded off from Maitama, off from the other side of zone 4, zone 2. I
said something earlier, that in order to achieve our mandate of protecting life and property, maintaining law and order, we'll do everything legally needed,
including making the life of citizens of the city miserable.
Now, barricading that road is in furtherance of achieving our mandate, and in such places, traffic was diverted, so there were alternate routes to be used.
Traffic was halted, sir.
Okay,
because that's what happened. So if you look at people who are coming from the other end of the villa side towards Maitama, towards the central, towards the police headquarters, they're not allowed to move in there. You go all the way. It will take a journey of 30 minutes. Will take you an hour and a half.
Okay,
in the city today. Fair on the average.
So allow me to land on my thoughts. The moment the tear gas was fired, traffic started moving. The videos are available online. Traffic started moving. So we are confident that we're not protesting and we're going about their lawful duties.
Mr. Ondei, my question is tear gas the best way to disperse citizens?
In this particular instance, after all words of proclamation, after all admonition fails, when the protesters remain adamant, then the minimal force we can use in this case is tear gas.
What about water canisters? Are you not able to... Water cannons? And I thought that, I saw a few of them, the very large, big ones, or you are out of water.
You are going to ask the same question. That is water cannon the best way to disperse citizens?
I'm saying water could be fairer than smoking people. Are they animals?
Like we said, this is standard operating procedure. It's not a Nigerian thing.
What about water? I'm saying what about water? Were you not able to use water? Or you just ate the faces of those who are protesting?
Now,
what exactly?
It's
a police force standing for the people or standing against
you make it sound like tear gas is a biological weapon, a weapon of mass destruction. No, this is approved.
But it's harmful to the health of
this is approved, and this is used by police forces around the world. We're not using anything illegal. We're not using anything unlawful. And like I said, this comes after a series of warnings. And mind you, immediately the warning was given that this is going to be done, the people that had health concern and that loved themselves left that place. So this was for the unruly...
So there was a police officer who announced that...
This was that standard procedure. We always do that. And this for the unruly and adamant protesters.
Well, give us an understanding of the arrests that were made. Why? You arrested Nnamdi Kanu's brother?
Nnamdi Kanu, yes.
And you arrested his lawyer too?
Barrister Aloy, yes.
Why?
Because they insisted on making way to the restricted areas. And not just 2 of them, 6 others were also arrested around Transcorp for this same reason. So we arrested a total of 8 of them. They are currently at the state CID. And once we conclude our investigation, just like we said in our statement, that anybody who violated that court order will be arrested, diligently investigated, and prosecuted. So once we conclude that, which we should tonight, then they'll be prosecuted immediately. In less than 24 hours, they'll be facing the court.
So now, people are going to be prosecuted because they're exercising their constitutional rights.
No, you're getting it wrong.
The question is that, are they aware? Will any citizen be prosecuted for an offense he or she is not aware of? And that's why we're asking, where is the court order? How many you went to court expertly to get the court order, but you never made it available to Nigerians.
They were arrested, not for carrying out their lawful duties, but for contravening a valid court order.
A court order that was not made available to the public.
The court order is there. And in our statement on Saturday, we mentioned the court, we mentioned the judge, we mentioned the court order number, we mentioned everything. We were so plain, we made it clear, and we also warned that anybody that contravened that court order would be arrested. We made it clear.
So, is the police aware of a possible optics of what happened today? Whether or not the police is on the side of the people or on the side against the people? Is police aware and managing these optics?
Well, I don't think it's as bad as you make it look.
Is it me that make it look?
No, as you're painting. I don't think it's as bad as you are painting. A couple of, in fact, do you know, this happened in Abuja, and one man carried a placard in Lagos, and a few people in Abia State, and that's all, no other states. So these people came out, and we tried our best. We managed the situation. I think we deserve commendation for this.
In fact, we understand that the IG actually rushed back to Nigeria from an event he was attending in the US.
Because of this? No, far from it.
Why did he?
Far from it.
But abruptly, he was supposed to be at that conference.
Far from it. The IG was in Denver, Colorado for the opening ceremony, for the IACP. He attended the opening ceremony, and he had to come back for other pressing security matters. See, I'll tell you this. The IG has carefully selected sound officers, operationally sound officers to man strategic positions within the force, such that even if he's not in the country, if he's not around, the police will do what it's supposed to do to a very large extent. The IG does not micromanage people. And do not forget that it's